While temperatures remained in double figures during the overnight last night across the southwest, we've seen the coldest temperatures for so early in the season since way back in 1998, believe it or not. Low of minus 11.2 Celsius at Braemar. We also seen a mixture of rain, sleet and snow moving from west to east across the central swathe of Ireland and the UK, bringing some fairly significant amounts over higher ground. Thanks for clicking on to the Tuesday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. There is so many things going on at the moment, and now is the time to hit that subscribe button if you're a lover of all things weather, but also winter weather. Winter forecast coming up this weekend, 7:30 p.m. on the live stream. Hope you can join me for that. We've got a swath of yellow warnings for snow and ice anywhere from the north of the UK down into more southern areas of the UK. This is the latest off the Met Office website showing yellow warnings for both the snow and ice. Parts of East Anglia, areas generally from up towards northeast Wales, the West Midlands, and all the way down to the south of the UK. These were the temperatures this morning. So we had as minimums as high as 11.7 down in Plymouth, and we had temperatures as low as double digits below freezing in a few spots. Minus 9.7 at Loch Liscarnock, minus 7.6 at Altnahara. We had close to minus 8 at Aviemore. And according to the Highland Weather Network, we've seen temperatures as low as minus 13 in a few spots in and around the Car Bridge area during the early hours of this morning. I was driving up the A9 last night. The temperature did reach minus 9 on the dashboard. So it certainly was a chilly one, that's for sure. And this is the current extremes according to Highland Weather. So we've got the mildest conditions. This is for Scotland, by the way. But we've got the mildest conditions on the Outer Hebrides. But as low as already minus 4.8 Celsius in parts of West Highland. Looking at the current radar, this is a mix of rain, sleet and snow. We've got plenty of snow showers now piling in. Snowing here quite heavily at Marfogan Weather HQ in Evanton, Rossshire. You can see here quite heavy snow showers across parts of Lewis and Harris. And then across much of northern Scotland, we're seeing some fairly stiff showers blowing in on a fairly brisk and cold northerly airflow. Continue to move down south across the UK. We've got generally clear skies over more southern areas. And then once you get into the southern portions of the UK, that area of low pressure that brought that mix of rain, sleet and snow during the overnight last night, that is now pulling into the near continent. Let's skip back out and see if there's any winteriness. We still see heavy rainfall, or rain anyway, across the far south of the UK. The main threat really is over parts of Highland, Grampian at the moment in terms of snowfall. We do have quite a few issues at the moment. The A9 has been closed much of the day down towards the central belt, or I think it's Perthshire actually is shut due to a 4-vehicle incident. And my colleague and I, looks as if we're going to have to double man tonight and go via Aberdeen. So a very, very interesting night to come. I think it's going to be a very challenging one, going from Inverness via Aberdeen down to Glasgow. It's long at the best of times, but when you factor in snow-covered, icy roads, it could be a really challenging night for sure. So like I said, temperatures hit minus 11.2 Celsius at Braemar. That is not the coldest November night since 2010, like I tweeted this morning. I thought it was, but it was actually Shrine that said we did see a minus 12 recorded back in 2016 in November. But what's interesting is this minus 11.2 is the lowest temperature recorded so early in the season for the UK since 1998. Recent times, we've seen November 20th, 2010, minus 18. Then in 2004, we've seen a minus 13.2. And then, like I say, minus 12.1, November 21st, 2016, November 30th, 2008, November 12th, 1998, and November 19th, 1996. The November record, incidentally, is minus 23.3, recorded all the way back in 1919. Looking at a few interesting snow pictures. This is some photographs that was sent in to me last night. We've seen some very significant amounts of snow around the Sheffield area and points around that vicinity. We've seen Nottinghamshire seeing some significant snow, Derbyshire as well. But this is a photograph from Carlos Arrowsmith showing a nice covering in what appears to be his back garden. Let me just see what else. Well, this is a video sent in from Kerry, based in Sheffield. So this was the scene here. I know it's a little bit hard to see actually. Can I blow that up anymore? Doesn't look as if I'm not going to have be able to do that. Just bear with a second here. So this was this video sent in from Kerry of a rather wintry looking Sheffield, and seeing some reports saying that this is the earliest snow they've seen in a season since 2012, which is quite interesting actually. Yeah, quite a, it's becoming a reasonably notable cold spell. We obviously have to take a measure of context as well, and looking at the past, we've seen times before where this has been the case, so we don't get overly carried away here in the channel. We have a reasonably measured view of this. Try my very best not to hype anything up, but we know that this has been in the pipeline since back at the end of October based on the MJO and a few other factors. But this is an interesting tweet. This is, by the way, off Lee's Highland and Islands Weather Facebook page. I wanted to share a couple of things off his page, saying that last night we saw -13. In 1919 we saw -23 on the 14th of November. As recent as 1985 we've seen temperatures as low as -21. So it can get into the -20s in the month of November. And this is a beautiful shot here by Jonathan Ruxton of Ellen in Aberdeenshire, of the wintry scenes. So beautiful to see, I must admit. And what a shock to the system this is, given the fact that we had temperatures as high as 16 just several days ago. This was the scene on the A96 at the Fodland East. So again, very nasty conditions. I think quite a few places up north seeing significant amounts of snow here. This is another beautiful image around the Lerg area, I believe. So again, some fairly decent early season snow amounts showing up. And then Lee also said that there is a very, very high ice risk for tonight and into tomorrow morning. Obviously, all these wintry showers that have been moving in through the course of tonight. And then obviously we'll see the temperatures dropping very quickly also is going to create quite a challenge on the road. So wish myself and Radu luck driving down the road and back up this evening. It could be very, very challenging, like I say, indeed. So anyway, let's skip through. These are the current temperatures. So we've got the temperatures slightly above or slightly below the freezing mark. We're going to see the temperatures drop significantly. Where we've seen the significant snow during the overnight into this morning across parts of North and Mid Wales, Midlands, and points just to the north. With that lying snow, with clear skies and light winds in the coming nights, it would not surprise me if we see double digits below freezing here. So yeah, we're going to be seeing more cold. We're going to see more snow blowing in on that northerly wind over the next few days as well. Looking at the GFS model tonight, overview precipitation, cloud, temperature and pressure. You can see the textbook Arctic outbreak scenario, areas of low pressure displaced to the south. Play through the loop. You see these enhanced waves of precip running that northerly flow. So we're going to see these snow amounts build up over the next 24, 48 hours across northern areas of the UK. Areas that are susceptible to that north flow, we really could see a good foot of snow when all said and done before we see something somewhat milder moving in towards the weekend here. And that prospect could be concerning in terms of a potential very deep area of low pressure. But playing through, this is into 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, or UTC anyway. We still have that northerly flow. Where the skies are clear and light during the overnight, we are going to see the temperatures really drop off quite significantly. Continue to play through this loop here. You notice that we've got an area of low pressure moving in towards the south of the UK and Ireland. Again, with cold air in place, we're going to see snow outbreaks here. We've also got a 991 millibar low driving southwards, again enhancing the snow showers across northern Britain. But that latest low, according to the GFS, stays mainly to the south, may clip southern Ireland and southern UK with a covering of snow, especially over high grounds in the southwest, Dartmoor, Exmouth, for example. And but it looks as if the GFS is printing out a significant snow event across northern and central France with this scenario, according to this latest model run. So continuing to see that northerly flow all the way out to Friday. Then, as we play through towards the late Friday into the early portions of Saturday, this is when things start to get interesting. High pressure briefly moves over the UK and Ireland ahead of this feature developing out to the west. That could actually lead to a bitterly cold night, actually, with clear skies, light winds widely across much of the UK, with light snow in the ground. Again, double digits below freezing is quite possible. We may exceed minus 11.2 Celsius that was seen during the course of this morning over the next several nights. It would not surprise me. Tonight, tomorrow night, and Thursday night as well, all susceptible to seeing double digits below freezing, given how cold the air mass is at the moment and where you've got the pockets of clear skies and light winds. But the GFS is seeing this system really winding up. Now, you notice here that it's taking a slight turn to the north. The reason for that is lows that deepen rapidly tend to want to go north quicker than systems that stay a little bit weaker and then start to deepen. So this system looks as if it's deepening rapidly, but well to the west of the UK and Ireland. However, we've still got a squeeze in the isobars, so gale force winds, severe gales, quite possible with this. Heavy rainfall, but also with cold air in place, heavy snowfall. This could be very problematic indeed as we move through the course of Saturday. Look at this here. Some of these amounts of snow could be very substantial. Look at the pressure, 945 millibars, 942 millibars, 939 millibars. So this is a very, very deep system seen by the GFS model. We'll look in a little bit more detail over the next day or so at various other model runs, obviously, because this is just me showing you one model. But what is going to happen is this is eventually, while it brings heavy snowfall initially, what is going to happen is this is going to drag in milder air from the southwest once again. Whether that's a permanent return to milder or not remains to be seen. But if we look at the 850 temperature chart here, there's that cold Arctic air getting kicked out of the way quite quickly. Very strong southwesterly winds, but again, heavy snowfall initially before a potential rapid melt due to the milder air coming in from the south. Then if we play through the loop, you notice here we've got another tongue of cold air coming down from the north. Real quick, because I am needing to hit the road due to the weather conditions, road closures, etc. Let's have a quick look at the GFS snow projections here. Go back to the here and now. So we've got the swathe of snow across Middle England, mid and North Wales, parts of Ireland also seeing significant amounts of snowfall, parts of Northern Ireland, and the north of Scotland. We're going to continue to see them snow totals mount up. Play through the loop here. You can see that nothing greatly changes apart from the north. Looks as if this area is going to see the snow continuing to pile up with that constant northerly flow. Then as we play towards the weekend, you can see here, is it indicating much in the way of snow actually? It doesn't really appear to be showing a huge amount of snow according to the GFS model, but they will certainly keep an eye on this going forward and stay tuned. Is it showing here? I'm actually getting confused a little bit here, so play through the loop. It's not really showing a huge amount. A little bit more across northern England and into southern and central Scotland, if you notice, but nothing major. We'll look at all our models in the next day or two here, so stay tuned, like and subscribe, share as well with your friends and family. Lots going on, and I appreciate everybody's support. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening and stay safe out there as well. Bye for now.